on the Mount of Olives, 3 nights before his crucifixion. Jesus pulled his closest disciples, aside Peter, James, and John. They were terrified. The air in Jerusalem was heavy with betrayal. They knew the end was coming. But Jesus was not focused on his death. He was not looking at the cross that awaited him. He was focused on what would happen after. He pointed to the space in front of them, a space that looked empty to the naked eye, but vibrated with an unseen hum to the soul. "The portal," he said, his voice low and urgent. "It only opens for certain souls. Not everyone. Not the Pharisees. Not the Romans. Not even all who followed him. Only those who carry the mark." Peter, the one who always needed certainty, asked the question that haunts every seeker to this day. "Lord, how do we know if we are one of them?" Jesus looked at each of them, piercing through their flesh to the core of their being. Right now, watching this screen, you're asking the same question Peter asked 2,000 years ago. Am I one of them? Is the door open for me? Tonight, I am going to show you how to know with mathematical certainty whether the monad portal will open for you. Because Jesus was right. It does not open for everyone. It is not a democracy. It is a resonance chamber. But if you are still here, if the algorithm brought you to this specific moment, there is a reason. Let me show you what it is. We must first dismantle a comfortable lie. Jesus never said everyone would access the kingdom. He said the path was narrow, and few would find it. Matthew 7:14. For centuries, the church taught that this was a moral judgment, that God was keeping people out because they were sinners. That is false. It was not judgment. It was mechanics. The monad portal, the gateway back to the infinite source, operates on a specific frequency. Think of it like a radio station. If the station broadcasts at 108.0 FM, and your consciousness is tuned to 99.5 FM, you will hear nothing but static. The portal is not rejecting you. You are simply invisible to it. It only opens for consciousness vibrating at the specific frequency of return. The chosen ones are not chosen because they are superior. They are not chosen because they are special. They are chosen because their souls agreed to carry a specific frequency in this lifetime. Before they incarnated in the halls of the Pleroma, they volunteered. They said, "I will go down. I will enter the density. I will forget who I am, and then I will remember. And when I remember, I will become a living coordinator for others to find their way home." That frequency is encoded in their DNA. It is etched into their etheric blueprint. It is why they have always felt different, why nothing in this world, money, status, pleasure quite satisfies them, why they search for a home they cannot name but can feel in their bones. That restlessness, that is not anxiety. That is the frequency trying to activate. That is the soul remembering the agreement. Jesus could see who carried this frequency. He had the sight. That is why he taught the masses in parable stories to keep them entertained while they slept. But to the chosen, he spoke the direct truth, the gnosis, because the portal is not passive. It is alive. It is conscious. When a soul with a matching frequency gets close enough, the portal wakes up. Let's see if it's waking up for you. The 5 unmistakable signs Jesus taught his inner circle how to recognize the mark. There are 5 unmistakable signs. According to the Gnostic tradition, if you possess 3 or more, the portal is already tracking you. It is not a question of if. It is a question of when. Sign 1. The Origin Displacement, the alien soul sign number 1. You have always felt you do not belong here. I am not talking about teenage angst. I am not talking about social anxiety. I am talking about a bone-deep, cellular, knowing that this reality is not your origin point. You feel like an expatriate from a country that doesn't appear on any map. You look at the way humans behave, the greed, the violence, the obsession with trivial things, and it feels baffling to you. This is not fantasy. This is soul memory. The chosen ones, incarnated from higher dimensions. They carry the frequency of the monad in their consciousness. To a being of light, the density of earth feels heavy, slow, and foreign. That discomfort is your compass. It is proving you are not of this world. You are just in it. SIGN2. The reality glitches. the threshold bleed. Sign number 2. You experience reality glitches, déjà vu that is too precise to be a coincidence. Moments where time seems to skip or loop. Seeing geometric patterns in the air when you are tired. Synchronicities so perfect, like thinking of a specific song and hearing it 5 seconds later, that they feel scripted. Most people dismiss these as brain misfires. Chosen ones know better. These glitches happen because your frequency is already partially overlapping with the portal's dimension. You are vibrating fast enough to see the seams in the simulation. You are getting glimpses through the threshold before it fully opens. SIGN 3. Dimensional perception, the empathic burden sign number 3. You can feel energy that others cannot. You walk into a room and immediately know what happened there, even if it looks clean. You meet someone and sense their entire emotional state, their grief, their deceit, their fear without them saying a word. You feel shifts in the collective consciousness, like before a major global event days in advance. This is not psychic ability in the New Age sense. This is dimensional perception. Your consciousness is operating on a bandwidth that is wider than the standard human range. The portal communicates through energy, not words. You are being trained to speak the language of the monad. Sign 4. The initiation of fire, the purposeful suffering, sign number 4. Your suffering has been extreme and purposeful. This is the sign people resist most. But Jesus was clear. Blessed are those who are persecuted. Why? Because intense suffering creates heat, and heat shatters the structure of the ego. The chosen ones do not have easy lives. They have initiations. Your trauma, your losses, your dark nights of the soul, they were not random bad luck. They were calculated strikes, designed to break the hypnotic conditioning of the matrix. The suffering burned away everything that was not essential, leaving only the core frequency. The portal cannot open for a false self. It only opens for the real you. Sign 5. The magnetic pull, the algorithm of grace. Sign number 5. You are watching this video right now. This is not manipulation. This is physics. The portal does not wait passively. It calls. It orchestrates algorithms, conversations, and random clicks to lead you exactly where you need to be to receive the activation codes. If you're watching this, if something pulled you here, despite the chaos of the internet, that pull was the portal itself recognizing you. It is drawing you closer. It is preparing to open. Count your signs, 3 or more. Then the portal will open. It is a certainty. But now, a warning. People ask, why would Source create a portal that only opens for some? Isn't that cruel? No. It is protective. Let me explain what Jesus understood about the physics of the spirit. The monad is infinite consciousness. Undivided, pure nuclear power. When you pass through the portal, your individual identity, your ego, your name, your history dissolves completely. You recognize yourself as the infinite. For someone whose consciousness is still heavily identified with the ego, that dissolution is catastrophic. They do not experience it as liberation, nirvana. They experience it as annihilation, psychosis. They panic. They fracture. The portal remaining closed to the unready is an act of mercy. The chosen ones are those whose consciousness has been prepared through lifetimes of work to handle the dissolution without shattering. Jesus said, I have many things to tell you, but you cannot bear them now. He was protecting them from a voltage they couldn't handle. But if you are here, if you resonate with this, it means your voltage capacity is ready. You were prepared before you were born. If you have confirmed you are a chosen one, you have work to do. You cannot just sit and wait. You must stabilize the signal. Jesus taught the method of resonance. Most humans oscillate. Fear drops them low. Joy raises them high. This instability makes them invisible to the portal. You must stabilize. Step 1. The silent baseline. Spend 20 minutes a day in absolute silence. No guided meditation. No music. Just you and the void. This teaches your consciousness to find its own frequency, independent of external noise. Step 2. Clear the static. The portal cannot lock onto a signal full of interference. Unresolved trauma, suppressed anger, rigid beliefs. Tease, ecstatic. Do the shadow work. Feel what you have been avoiding. Clear the line. Step 3. Trust the timing. Do not try to force the portal open. That creates desperation, which lowers your frequency. Jesus said, "No one knows the day or the hour." When your frequency stabilizes, when the cosmic timing aligns, the portal will open. You will feel it. A pressure in the chest. A dissolving of boundaries. A golden light. And when it opens, you will have a choice. Step through. On the other side, you will remember everything. You will know that you are not in the universe. You are the universe experiencing itself, and you will return changed forever, a living portal for others. So, are you one of them? You already know. If this video confirmed what you have always sensed, comment below. I am chosen, not as an ego statement, but as a recognition of your contract. The portal is opening. Are you ready to step through?